This is Irontrader. This is the last call of the week. So we're going to take a look here at crude oil and natural gas. But first, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin. And then we're going to take a look at that ETF for the Nasdaq, TQQQ. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation of buy. So let's talk about ETF. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Okay, here we have Bitcoin. Daily chart all stretched out nicely. Okay, so we can see exactly what's happening. Okay, so here's what we got here. Let's look at the downside here first. I'll just big that up a little bit. Okay, so what we're looking for here on the downside, we're looking for this 8 SMA. Okay, so you need to hold at 67,709. Okay, and then if that's lost, obviously we go to today's lows. You're looking at 66,375. Yesterday we had a low of 66,330. Okay, so you're coming very, very closely, 337. 375 and 330. Okay, now again, if that's lost, we'll come right here to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 65,210, and then we start working out right here at this 64,772 level. Okay, but again, right now, as long as we're holding that 8-day here, we're looking very, very good. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking at. Now, upside here, everything is going to be right there, 69,635. Okay, so just look at your price channel. That's what we got. So, okay, let me just take this down a little bit here. I'll show you a nice big wide view. Okay, so right there on the upside, 69,635. If we can get above that, then we come right to the next level. This is going to be your next level. Very, very easy. Okay, 70,825. That's going to be next resistance. We get above that, and then we're going to come right up here to the top of this candle. You're looking at 72,660. Okay, then what we do is we're going to come right over here to the top of this candle here. You're looking at 73,380, and then we have 74,415. That's your big breakout. You close above this, close above it, okay, then you can go probably go towards that 100K area very, very easily. The key is if it gets to this area, what is the reaction? What happens when it does get to that area? Is it going to come right on down, or is it going to blast through and head for that 100K? So this is the easy way to put on the Bitcoin. You say, is it breaking out? Absolutely. You got a really good looking chart here. See, we have a low, a higher low, and she just rallying up here very nice. Now, this could come all the way down here, right down even down to this 200-day here, okay, sitting at 61,292, and you still have that series of higher lows, and you still would be very, very bullish chart, okay? But again, the key is right here is that 69,635, okay? So now, what do we have for today? We had 69,550, okay? So we're just, you're there, but you're just not there, okay? So again, is that going to be a double top situation and come on down here, or is it going to rally up? Now, again, all you have to do is once it closed above that 69,635, all we do is we just follow that right on up here. These are all your upside targets until you get to that 74.15. Now, again, the question is here, you know, you had a really good rally. These are big numbers, okay? So when you see that 635, big number, and then it doesn't mean it has to go all the way back up there, but it got to 69,500 there today, but you can see where it came off here. Now, again, is that going to be a double top, and is she going to sell down? Or how is this going to react? So on Monday, what you want to do is you want to watch that high, 69,500, and you want to watch that low of 66,375. That's going to be very key. And then the best way to look at this here is look at this 8 SMA. As long as you hold that 8 SMA on a closing basis, this can go sideways, okay? Which means sideways is good. You're building energy. It can rip right on up. But if you start losing that 67,713, we lost it today, but you didn't lose it, okay? Because you're closed here above it, and that's the key, okay? But if you start losing it, okay, then we just follow the candles down until you get down to this 21 simple moving average. Now, RSI isn't really telling us much here. You're sitting at 60. That has room to go up, going to go down. Your green is over your red, so obviously that's very, very bullish here. But you can see here on the chart here with that low, higher low, higher low. Very, very beautiful chart here. So just be a little bit patient. You close above that key 69,635, then we just start ratcheting all the way up till you get to that 74K. Very, very nice. Downside, watch that 8-day. You lost that. Then we just follow the candles all the way down until you get to that 21 SMA. Okay, let's take a look here at TQQQ. Okay, here we have TQQQ. Now, this is, you can trade the Qs, but this is a 2 times leverage for the Nasdaq. This is one of my favorite trades because it has everything in it, okay? So it has the NVIDIA in it. It has the Amazon, the Meta, the Microsoft, the Apple, the Google, the Netflix, the Tesla. the Costco. It's got everything, all the good stuff that everybody wants in Nasdaq right here, and it pays a small dividend. Okay. But again, okay, you can see where it rallied up here today. We got as high as 77 flat. We're looking for right there 76.82. So you went right up there. Now the question is that going to be a double top situation here off of that top of that 76.82? Now I don't really think so, because next week you got to remember we got all them earnings. You got the Amazon, the Meta, Microsoft, Apple, Google. And all that is coming in next week, and I think she's going to rip much higher. This is one of my favorite trading stocks because it moves. It has big volume. I'll give you an example. Today, you had a low of 74.39, and you had a high of $77 there. So you had just a shy under there, under a 3-point move. How much money could you make? Okay, if he's going to go 3 points. Okay, that's the key. Now let's just look at the downside here. You want to watch that 8-day. That's going to be very key. That's 74.01, and then we want to watch that 21-day sitting at 72.93. Now, if below that, we're going to come right here. You're looking at 72.24. We looked at the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at 70.28, and then we have your old Hondo over here sitting at 70.08, and then with 50-day 69.60. Now, I don't really normally like charting of ETFs, because a lot of times they rebalance at the end of the day. You're not getting a true number, and it's the same thing with TQQQ, any kind of a leverage fund. However, this has really been a really good trader, and you can actually trade the charts on this one. Okay, so again, if we can crack above that 76.82. Today we had that 77, but it couldn't hold it here so far. Then what we can do is we've got this gap right up here. This is what I'm looking for right there. Okay, so you're looking at 77, 57, and then we have that fill, like right there. Okay, so you're sitting at 79.74. Now, we get above that, we look at the top of this candle, you're looking at 82.35, and then we just rally it up here, 82.94. What do we got here? You got 83.82, and then we're going to come all the way up here to this 85.20 level here. Okay, so if you're sitting at 75, that's a 10-point gain. Okay, now a couple thousand shares, boom, that's 20 grand in the pocket. Okay, very nicely. Okay, so this is one of my favorite trading stocks. Now, trading ETFs, I should say. And I say if you want a nice basket of everything, this is the way to go. Okay, let's take a look here at the old crude ski and natty gas. Okay, here we have crude oil, daily, weekly, and monthly chart. Now, I always want to look at here once a week. I'll post this up here. Always look at a monthly. Gives you kind of like a bigger picture of the whole scenario here, okay? So here's what we're looking at here on a daily. And then they just say you have your weekly right here. But let's take a look at the old daily. Now, again, okay, this is that war premium, and the hurricane, all this there. Okay, then she came right on off here. Now we have the same scenario, but what we're doing is we're trading this sideways action. Okay, so now what you can see is this 21-day here crossed above that 50-day. That's very bullish. But again, now you have to look at it, see how that resistance. This is why you trade the charts. It goes right into it. Now, again, if we can get a higher than that, you go to yesterday's high. That's that 72.34. That'll be your target. Now, again, if we can close above this resistance or that 21-day and that 50-day, well, then there's your big target is going to be 75.34. Now, it's not going to go directly there. Okay, you got right here, you got resistance here. Look at the bottom, 73.26. We look there, 74.45. Then we have 75.08. But then right there, that is your target that you're going to be looking for at that 75.34. We crack above that. You got right there, 76.24. You crack above that. We got 77.26, your 200-day, and then your retest at 78.46 here, okay? But again, we got to see what the reaction is, just like we had here, what the reaction is going to be if and when it gets there, and that's going to be key right there, and there. I know I point that out all the time, but I want to kind of instill it into you that you don't know when you get up to that 100-day what it's going to be. Now, this stock is still, crude is still in a downtrend. See this downtrend? Okay, so you got to break above all that here to go higher. Now, again, this is seasonality. It's not really good here. But again, remember the first week of December, which is right around the corner here now. That's only about, 6 weeks away. Boom. That is a buying opportunity here to take it long. Now, with this war thing going on here that they don't have settled, there's no control here. This could spike up higher or not. But we've got to see how it shakes out. So what you want to do is just watch your support level. So obviously now we're above the 50, so you want to watch that 71.60. That's going to be very key. And then we just take the levels all the way down here. Okay, what do you got? 71.31. What do we got there? You got 71.11. And then we'll come here. You got 70.67. And then there's your key level right there is your 8-day. Now you can see at 70.57 on how nicely it's starting to roll up. Now you can get this here to curl up here. We can push that price right on up here, and we make some good green in our pocket. Eh? Now again, if this comes off here, okay, we watch that 8-day SMA. If that's lost, all we do is we look to yesterday's low. That's at 69.77, and then we just follow the candles down 69.35. You got 68.45, and right there's a big retest 68.17. Okay, and then we can just come right down here 66.33 very easily. But let's just see. This is a sideways action, and this is a really, really good trading action. Let's see. You close above that, she goes higher. You close below the 8-day, she goes lower. Okay, here we have the weekly. Okay, now when we look at the weekly here, now you can see where the price is above that 8 SMA. Very, very nice. However, what you have is you got downtrending. Okay, this is downtrending. This is all downtrending. This is waterfall city. Okay, again, it could rally up here and get right to that 75.22, which would be that 100-day. Okay, and then we could see exactly what happens if it gets there. Okay, so you got to be a little bit patient, but this here actually is shaping up here to shoot up higher. We go below that 8-day, well, then we can obviously go lower. Now, we got to look at the monthly chart here because this is always something to take a little peek ski at here, okay? So you can see here where we had this for the month here, we rallied up very, very nicely, but you notice that L sticky here, he couldn't hold it. But we're holding this key 100 SMA here, okay? That's 64.74. And actually, okay, for this month here, we put in a higher high and a higher low, which is always very good, okay? So, you know, what you really have to do is got to get above that 200-day, okay? Then you can attack that 50-day, then you can attack that 77.21. That is your 100 and your 21 estimate here, okay? But this kind of gives you just a little bit bigger picture on what is happening. But you notice that we're holding this area here very, very nice. Now, again, if that's lost here, we can follow the candles all down. I don't think it's going to go down to $6. But again, this here is just got a nice sideways action going on here, and we're holding that key 100 SMA. Very, very key. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now you can see here what we have here today is an indecision candle. Okay, however, okay, when I get the midday update there, I had no trades in on natural gas, long or short. But then again, it came down very, very nicely, and I scalped 25 cents out of this. It got as low, UNG got as low as 14.02. We got as high as 14.53, and I got 25 cents out of that. So I'm very, very happy with the 25 cents. Now I'm not trading 5,000 because it's Friday, but I was trading the 2,500 shares. I cut that in half for natural gas here because it didn't look like it had any kind of a juice. But again, it still worked out okay. Okay, so I'm really good for here on a Friday. I have no position right now, long or short natural gas. I'm long on the crude oil, but I have nothing here in the natural gas here until we see what's going to shake out Sunday night going into the Monday. Now, remember, contract roll is going on, so we got to see how that's going to work. Okay, so today we had high of 2.579. Yesterday we had a high of 2.582. So we made a lower high, okay, a lower high, but we have an inside day candle, and it's actually an indecision candle. Okay, so right here, when you look at this resistance, all you do is just go right to the left here, and you look right there. That's your 2.58. Okay, so I couldn't get through that to get to that 21-day. Okay, so when you trade this and you see it down here, yeah, that's your big target, absolutely. But you got to just layer this in here. Tops of candles, bottoms of candles, and the closing. That's what you're trading against. That is your support and resistance levels, and then your SMAs here are your big time, your key levels. Okay, that's what I would say. So what you really need to do here is you need to close above that 21-day. That is going to be the key. If you can, we just ratchet this bad boy right up, 270. You got 272. You got 278. You just keep right on flying right on to here until we get that big retest of 3.0. Again, you close above that 21-day, you're going to hit that 3.0 eventually. No question about it. But right now, we're trading this range. 21-day on the top. And then we have this 50-day, 241, and your 100-day, 241 on the bottom. And then right below it is the key at 238 level. Okay, you got to hold that 8 SMA here. If that's lost, then we can just come right on down. Your big target is going to be that 200 SMA here at 2.23, and then possibly all the way down 2.21. But let's just see how this shakes out. So we just want to trade this range until she breaks up or she breaks down. Now, our side, that's not really telling us much here. Your green here, this is trying to curl up. We got to see if it does curl up, crosses over that red. we pop that bad boy right above that 21 day. Okay, weekly chart, always want to look at a weekly chart here because you got to see exactly what's happening. Okay, so we had a nice green candle, but we made a lower low for the week. Okay, so we had 3 reds, made a lower low, but you can see the green popped right on up here, and we went right into this 8-day sitting at 2.52 level. Okay, that's where we're sitting right now. Now we got a little bit higher than that, but again, you got to go there, and this got a this 2.64. That's going to be very, very key. That's just above that 2.61. So if you can crack that, always watch that weekly because you got resistance sitting right there. Okay, so always watch it. Then you got some intermediate here, like on the downside, you want to watch 2.40, which lines up very, very nice here with that. And then we have this a 2.31, which is basically just right in this area here. Okay, so always put on a weekly here because they say, oh, geez, this got above here. Why did it stop there? Well, it stopped there because of that 100-day. Okay, so just put these side by side and make your trading a lot easier situation. But right now here, for me, this is just a trading. I think there's no reason just to hold this, especially with this indecision candle going on. Okay, this is what I got for you. Now remember, next week is going to be a lot of the tech earnings. Okay, so I think there's going to be a lot of easy money to be made here. Okay, so even though like Amazon and Meta, Facebook, Apple, Google, I mentioned this a zillion times, is going to be going, okay, it's dragging up stocks like Nvidia. Okay, so Nvidia there is up. It got as high as 144.13 there today. I sold a little bit at. I got in just at 144 flat. I just put a price in at 140. That was just some trading shares. Okay, so but I'm holding it. I have a long-term position in Nvidia. But that was a trading share. So that was a really, really good trade there. So there's other trades besides that. Okay, Tesla, that was a really good trade there today too. Tesla got as high as 269 and had a low of 255. On that. Now I didn't get that whole thing, but I got $8 out of that. Okay. If I wasn't trading anything else, I probably would have stuck with it a little bit longer, but I got $8 out of the Tesla there too. So, there's other trades that once tech rises, it kind of raises the, rising all boats kind of a situation. So always keep that in mind. But next week, I think should be some real easy money here, but keep your eye on that TQQ because that there is a nice basket of all of that good stuff. And it's heavily weighted with Nvidia, Apple, and Microsoft, okay, which are always in favor here right now with the whole AI situation. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here Sunday night, and we'll do a video on the crude natural gas, and then who knows, maybe we'll throw something else in and we'll see what else is moving over the weekend. So everybody have a great weekend, and then come out Monday just shooting. All right, thanks for watching.